Right, welcome to another episode of Warhammer 40,000. It is Challenger Scorpion, and Aaron Allen has returned with his Deathwatch Space Marines with some Imperial Fist allies, and it will be an Imperial clash here. They're going to take on the might of the Adeptus Mechanicus. The Skitarii army is here with an Imperial Knight as well, and they've brought their own allies to join in the fight as well. So it's a royal rumble here between various Imperial forces in this battle. We're fighting across this lush desert terrain here, rocky outcrops, palm trees, bush and scrub, some craters, ammunition dump in the centre of the table. It will be across this board that the Skitarii and their allies will do battle with the might of the Deathwatch Space Marines. Right, so 2,000 points here, Challenger Scorpion. It's good to see Aaron Allen back. In this game, I'm going to use Skitarii here, Adeptus Mechanicus, with their new codex. That's the bulk of the force, and then the Imperial Knight, and also some Primaris Space Marines as a patrol detachment being used as well. So for the Skitarii, they're one Tech Priest Dominus, there with Macro Stubber and Eradication Ray for him. That's the HQ. This is a spearhead detachment here, so you have to take 3 heavies, which is perfect here. We've got the Honor Guard June Crawlers there at the back. 3 of them all armed the same, with their Icarus arrays just there. Then 2 troops here, 1 unit of 10 Vanguard. There's 2 Plasma Calivers in there, Arc Pistol and Arc Maul. For the squad leader, and an Omnispex in that unit as well. And then Rangers across here, Omnispex in that unit, Arc Pistol and Arc Maul for the squad Alpha, and then 2 Arc Rifles in that unit also. Then Infiltrators are in, this is an Elite's choice, 7 of them with Taser Goads and Flechette Blasters. Then Rust Stalkers, 8 of them, just at their usual strength. Using that unit from, just carrying them over from the previous army. They are armed with Cold Claws and Transonic Razors for them. Then that's the Skitarii there. Just got a number of units I'm working on at the moment before I can reach 2,000 points exactly. So Imperial Knight Greven Ferrus Maximus here. He is a Knight Warden with the Avenger Gatling Gun, the Reaper Chainsword, Heavy Stubber, and then a Heavy Flamer there as well, and then the Storm Spear Rocket Pod on top for him. And then as a patrol detachment, Primaris Space Marines, Captain Diatrophes in his Gravis armour, he leads the patrol, and then 2 units of Intercessor Primaris Space Marines, all armed with bolt rifles. So there it is, that's 2,000 points, so it's a few points short of 2,000, but that is the Allied force for now. We'll take a look and see what Aaron has brought along. He has expanded his Deathwatch, and he's brought some allies for them as well. Right, so 2,000 points here of Deathwatch and Imperial Fist allies as well. Heavy on flyers, going to be a fascinating encounter this one here. Skitarii with anti-air capability, and they'll have plenty of targets in this game. There's 4 flyers for them to try and deal with, all heavily armed. And we can see that Aaron has been working on some new units. His army coming together very well indeed. We'll let him run through here. We'll see what he's brought along.
Okay, so this is my 2,000 points of Deathwatch and Imperial Fist allies. I've got a battalion detachment of Deathwatch, 2 HQs, the Chapter Master and Watch Captain Artemis, and then 3 kill teams. The first kill team with 2 multi-guns, a hand flamer, a couple of chain swords in there. The second kill team at the back there got a Terminator in it with a heavy flamer, 2 frag cannons and a Deathwatch shotgun. Those 2 kill teams will be in the Corvus Black Star. And then the third kill team has 2 Infernus heavy bolters and a heavy thunder hammer in that team, and they'll be going in the Land Raider at the back with the twin las cannons and the heavy bolter. It's also got a hunter killer missile. Then we have the Corvus Black Star itself with its twin assault cannons, 2 Storm Strike missile launchers and hurricane bolters. It's also equipped with an Auspex array. And then moving on to the Imperial Fists, I have an Air Wing detachment So I've got 2 Storm Talons and a Stormhawk Interceptor. The Storm Talons have twin assault cannons and Skyhammer missile launchers, and the Stormhawk has a Las Talon, 2 assault cannons and Skyhammer missile launchers. That's my 2,000 points of Deathwatch and Imperial Fist allies.
Right, so that's the list there. Just supporting the Deathwatch here with some allies, but gradually taking less and less allies here as Aaron bulks his force out. Some nicely organised kill teams there, decent air support for sure, and the Land Raider featuring as well. So it'll be fascinating to see how well they take the fight to the Skitarii and Primaris Space Marines. Looking forward to this one. We'll go on to scenario and deployment next. So the scenario is secure and controls 4 objectives. I'll point those out in just a moment. It's Dawn of War deployment. Skitarii and their allies will be at this end of the board. One objective for them just there. It's 12-inch deployment in. There is an objective. We had to place one just here, right in the centre of the ammunition dump, just there. And then the other 2 objectives are nearer Aaron's deployment zone around the other side. So an objective just there on the left-hand side of his deployment, just about 6 inches away from the line. 12-inch deployment zone, and there's one just on the very edge of his deployment zone just here. So 4 objectives to grab. They're all worth 3 victory points each. Slay the Warlord, Linebreaker, and First Blood also available in this scenario. So that's the mission. We're going to deployment next. We're going to start alternating placing units on the board. Just to mention for the Skitarii, Warlord trait here, it's Tech Priest Dominus is in charge, and he has the Omniscient Mask relic available for him. That's infantry units within 6, get to reroll hits in combat. We're running the Skitarii as Mars, at least the colour scheme for these, so they will get the Mars benefit for them, which is 2 rolls on the Canticles of the Omnissiah, choosing both. If a double's rolled, then you have to just choose the one result. Yeah, and the other thing to mention was the Warlord trait as well, which is Necromechanic. When he makes repairs, we get +1 wound on the result as well. So some pretty good bonuses there for the Adeptus Mechanicus with their new codex. Plenty of different stratagems to choose from as well. So we'll start putting units on the board here and see how the game takes shape here as these 2 armies face off against each other. And just to mention the battle mat that we're using in this game, it's called Meadows of War. It's by GameMat.eu. You can check them out. They do 6x4 and other sized battle mats as well. Perfect for games of Warhammer 40,000. So this one here, it's mouse mat kind of design, so the rubber design just underneath, and then another material on top. With the design printed on top. Perfect here for miniatures, nice and quiet for dice rolling, and then for miniatures, if they fall over, there's no damage done, nice soft surface. Lay the board out, or the mat, flat, and then put your terrain. I've put lichen and scrub and rocks and so on just around the terrain, then it all blends in perfectly here. But you can check out GameMat.eu, see all the different mats that they do, and also terrain accessories available from them as well. Alright, so deployment done here. Another nut for the Deathwatch to try and crack here. The Skitarii deploying in a densely packed Hornet's Nest here. So Tech Priest Dominus just there. Remember his auras and abilities on standby to help out these units. Rangers along the front here just as a screen. Behind them 1, 2 and 3 Honor Guard Dune Crawlers. And then the Imperial Knight with a commanding view across the battlefield here. Rust Stalkers on the right-hand side ready to pounce. Vanguard just here on the right-hand side as well. Primaris Space Marines capturing Dark Trophies as well. Just on this side, getting ready to move up, perhaps to swing around and go after the objective over there. And then somewhere on the battlefield, the Infiltrators have deployed. They can appear any turn. Turn 1 onwards at the end of movement phase, as long as they're more than 9 inches away from enemy units. That is it. Just to mention before, the Deathwatch Tenacious Survivor for the Warlord trait. And who is your Warlord this time around?
The Chapter Master.
Chapter Master, okay. So he'll take that Warlord trait just there. We'll take a look around the other side here, see how Aaron's deployed his Deathwatch and Fist allies. So centre here, just trying to gain some benefit from cover, is the Land Raider. Inside there is Artemis and one of the kill teams with the Thunder Hammer. Yep, and then this corner here is the Storm Hawk Interceptor just there. And then piling up the flyers on the left-hand side, 2 Storm Talons just there. And then the Corvus Black Star there as well with 2 kill teams and the Chapter Master inside there as well. So 48-inch range here for the Dune Crawlers with their Icarus arrays. It's a deadly range here, so flyers struggling to stay out of the danger zone for that. That is deployment finished here. Pretty empty, apart from the Land Raider here for the Deathwatch. Their flyers getting ready to zoom in though. So Aaron will get to go first here in this game. He finished deploying first. We'll see about trying to seize initiative here with the Skitarii. Yeah, so since the FAQs come out, it's a roll-off now, +1 to Aaron here, because he finished deploying first. So this is where some stratagems could be used. We've got 4 for us. Aaron has 7. So 4, 3, it is a draw. So we have to re-roll, don't we? Yes, we do. Okay. Yeah, okay. So we'll just re-roll here without using stratagems. Roll 5, Aaron's rolled a 1. He's got. So we will go first. Surely the re-roll here. Yeah. Yes, he has to. 5. He's got a 5 +1. It does go first. Right. So if we get this right now, now's a chance for the Skitarii to try and seize initiative. I reckon we're getting this right here. So we now roll a dice to try and get a 6, which we do not. Ah, boy, stratagems are precious for us. We've only got 4 of them. Do the re-roll. No, right, okay. So we're going to weather the storm here. Give us what you got. We'll see if we can survive. Aaron will get to strike first here. He's happy here. The Deathwatch will get to strike first. That is crucial. I just don't think it's worth the... No, save your stratagems, because I reckon we've got a nice variety to choose from. We'll hold on to them here. We've only got 4. So we'll keep it as it is. Not going to change that roll there. We'll keep it just as it stands. So Deathwatch and their allies will get to go first. Flyers come zooming in here to try and soften up the Skitarii here. Turn 1 coming up now for the Deathwatch. Alright, so we're on turn 1 here. Crucial getting to go first. It means these flyers can move across and unload at least 1 salvo here against the Skitarii. Maybe should have re-rolled that. In fact, just so I'll be able to sleep at night. Roll this dice to see if we would have got a 6. No. That's okay, so we would never have seized the initiative there in the end. So, getting to go first. Crucial here. A lot of people saying that going first in 8th edition is very important indeed. Deathwatch are getting to go first here with their initial strike. And 4 flyers ready to move out here. And not really just soften up the Skitarii, but could really deliver a hammer blow early in the game. Land Raider as well, with decent firepower available to try and take on Skitarii vehicles. Also, remember there's these 3 here, deadly enough, and then you've got the Imperial Knight there as well. So those are the main targets I reckon that Aaron will go after. It's just a case of how he's going to go about it here, and the positioning and lining up for as many shots as possible will be crucial here on this first turn. Alright, so here they come, all of death flying towards us here. It is quite a sight to behold. Twin assault cannons here, and here, and here, and then the Stormhawk has one, a set of those as well. So it's not only the heavy weaponry that's going to be in trouble here potentially, but infantry may well get hosed down here. Turn 1 is crucial here, really, especially in this particular scenario here with so many flyers on the board. And that's it, movement is finished. So flyers moving across here, and then Land Raiders moved across here, taking the opportunity to move and to provide some fire support. Turn 1 is the opportunity for the Deathwatch and their allies to do that. Artemis and the kill team has disembarked, getting ready to anchor the objective. Remember, there's one just over there, and the Stormhawk has moved just to there. So that is movement finished here. So we'll go. There's no psychic phase for either side, so we'll go on to shooting phase next. Got to see what happens here when these flyers open up and fire. Getting ready to rotate the iron shields. Potentially may need to use that stratagem to try and protect the Imperial Knight here. All right. So shooting declared here. It is scary. We'll try and survive this. So 4 las cannon shots. This is the Land Raider firing here. 4 las cannon shots into him. Heavy bolter and storm bolter is going to go into the Rangers just here. Hunter killer missile is going to go into there. And that's it. All right. Okay. So las cannons then. Start your first salvo here. 3s. Oh no, 4s that you moved, or is there? You'll just check this.
He's part of the machine spirit.
Which ignores that. Fantastic. Right.
Okay.
So you got a miss there. You're going to re-roll that?
That may as well.
Oh, it's going to use another stratagem here and gets his hit. Oh dear. Why did I suggest such a thing? 4 hits. A freeze to wound. This is an excellent start.
Okay.
That's pretty good. Okay. So it's -3. So we do get... Well, we go to our 5+ invuln save here. So 5s. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Right, that's good. We'll keep the stratagems. I'm not going to use any up. So 1 does go through. It's D6 damage. It is 5 though. That's a good roll. So 5 wounds taken here on this first Honor Guard Dreamcrawler. It could have easily gone the other way, but it has the shield is held here against 2 las cannon hits coming through. Okay, so that's that done. Hunter Killer next against this Dreamcrawler here. So that's still freeze to hit. 2 missed. Stratagem has been used. Oh, 1 use. Alright, so the missile comes whizzing over the top here. Skitarii coming off lightly here compared to what could have happened. So we'll resolve the heavy bolter rounds coming through. That's going to be 6 shots here against the Rangers. So they'll be on freeze to hit. And then he'll be on freeze to wound. Okay, there's 3, yeah, and then we'll be on 5+ save for these. None. Alright, so 3 of those hosed down. Stormbolter as well, 2 shots. Here, 2 hits. Land Raiders, good fire support. Glad to have that kind of unit in the army. It's tough enough. Another wound comes through. 4+ save now. Yes, alright, so 3 Rangers brought down. Right, so Land Raider done. Pretty impressive there. Good display of firepower. But force fields holding up so far for the Skitarii. Half damage though here with one of the Dune Crawlers. There's something now to repair here for the Tech Priest Dominus. He starts to get his toolkit out immediately, ready to make repairs. But that Walker may well die here. We've still got these 3 flyers to fire. Right, so Stormhawk is going to fire now. There's a lot of pluses and minuses for this one, shooting at ground targets, so not as effective here, but it will get to fire all of its weapons. So the twin assault cannons are going to fire across here at the Rangers, and then the Skyhammer missile launcher across to here as well, and the Las Talon is going to go after this first June Corner. Aaron's going to try and eliminate this one here at least. Right. She's going to shoot against the Primaris here. He is out of range there against the Rangers with the assault cannon. So this lead unit of Primaris Marines is going to be shot up here. 12 shots. Be on 4s to hit with this one. 12. So 4s. There's a good few misses here, but there's still some come through. Then we on 3s to end. Look, it's good. And then we'll be on 4+ armor save. For these, we're not in cover. We have failed 3 of them, so they're 2 wounds each. So we have lost a Primaris Marine, and a wound has been taken as well as those shots come through there, bringing one of those down and wounding another. Right, so Las Talon, then it is a 2-shot weapon, needing 4s to hit here. Oh, gets the 2 hits. Gonna need this force field again. 3s to wound. Alright, 5+. Oh, another one rolled. A 6. The shield holds there as well. God. Alright, so Skyhammer missile launchers. Now they need 5s there because Aaron's moved and it's -1 for ground targets, and they have all missed. So here again, the Skitarii breathe a sigh of relief. They've the first turn has gone to the Deathwatch here, and it's put pressure on them to do well. And the hits have come through, but these force fields are holding. So far, so good. But remember, still, all of these to fire here. I'm not sure if we can keep all of these Skitarii walkers alive. We'll see. We'll go on to shooting now for the rest of these flyers. Okay, so Storm Talons here, a lot better at strafing runs at ground targets. That's more their speciality, so their firepower will be more reliable for shooting. So we'll see where Aaron wants to use these next, what he's going to target with them. So first one here, this one is going to go after the Rangers with the twin assault cannon, and then the Skyhammer into here. So assault cannon first of all. Just going to try and eliminate. I reckon it's going to try and pick up first blood. Look at this dice rolling here. Loads of 6s. Some good dice rolling here. Coming through. Assault cannon. Yes. No. Just hang on a second. Just see what Aaron needs to roll here. No, the assault cannon. It's not assault. It is heavy, so it is freeze to hit. So we've got that correct. So now you're on 2s to wound though. Strength 6. All of them except 1. That could be enough to wipe out this unit here. It is 5s to save, so we've lost 6 there from that unit, almost entirely wiping them out. It's just the alpha going to be left. That's decent shooting there, clearing that screen away from there. So now we are 3 shots with the Skyhammer, which is B3s now. He's going after this one. Just gets the 1 hit. Okay. Forced to wound. Yes, the wound does come through. So we'll take, with this one, a 4+ save, which we get. We'll just check that. I think it is -1. -1, yeah. It is -1, yes, we've saved that. The armor's held this time, so no more damage coming through against the Dune Crawler just there. Next one, Storm Talon just here, ready to fire through here. Right, so Aaron reckons he'll melt away from morale. So he's going to target these with the next Storm Talon, and then the Skyhammer, still going to try and pick away at this one. Okay. It's going first to the Skyhammer, okay. Oh, not quite so good with the shots coming through here. 1 hit, 4s to wound. No. Ecstasy turning to agony now at the moment of this shooting phase. Both of us knowing how important it is. Assault cannon though, doing much better against clearing infantry though. Horrendous casualties being taken. A chance to fire another 12 shots into the Vanguard unit here next. So 3s to hit against these. Yep, is good. And then 2s to wound. Massive advantage there with strength 6. Okay, so that's wounds coming through there. 5s to save. We save a couple. 4 casualties taken there on the Vanguard. Right, so that's that shooting resolved. Corvus Black Star now. So Hurricane Bolters on there are going after
the Ruststalkers.
The Ruststalkers, right, okay. And then the Twin Assault Cannon going after the Vanguard. And then the rockets What's the name of the rockets?
Storm Strike.
Storms. Ah, they're pretty good. Okay, Storm Strike going after the Dune Crawler just here. So we're going to start with
Hurricane Bolter.
Hurricane Bolters. Okay.
Strength 4.
Yeah, freeze to wound actually. We're only toughness 3. 4 up save. Failed with 2. So that is one of these models gone. So that's him removed from play. Then we are on Twin Assault Cannon next. Going to try and hose down more of these Vanguard and try and get to the more valuable models carrying the plasma calibers there. So what are you on with this one? -1 to hit and then...
yeah, that'd be 4s, rerolling 1s because of the aspects array.
Ah, okay. Helpful. Extremely helpful. Gets the extra hit with that.
Okay.
And again, it'll be 2s to wound with these. Twin Assault Cannon's one of the strong shooting weapons now in 8th edition. It doesn't look good, but it's still a really good result. 5s to save here. We save 4, only take 3. So that will keep some of the plasma calibers alive here. Yeah, so we've lost 2, and then the Omnispecs has gone, but the 2 plasma calibers remain alive. Going to be difficult for morale though with those. Will be difficult for morale with them. It's a shame they could melt away unless we burn some stratagems to try and keep them there. So they've now lost 7 out of 10 on them, and these have lost 1 as well. Okay, so that's that resolved. Save the best till last here. Storm Strike. So 2 shots, I take it. Yeah, 4s to hit. This is the crucial roll. 1 comes through. 3s to wound. Yeah, it does. Okay. So 5 plus invuln here. Is it -2? Yeah, I'll take the 5 plus invuln. It's -3. Yeah, I'll take the 5 plus invuln. We roll 1 because we're within 6 of another Dune Crawler. That's the Eminentus Force Field. Oh, it's unbelievable. Every little helps there. Just reroll 1s. You'd think it doesn't make any difference in the game, but it can help out. And we've seen a situation here where that rocket could have broken through into the armor there and caused horrendous damage, but the shield has held. The force field has blocked that shot from coming through as well, and all 3 of the Dune Crawlers do remain alive. So that is shooting phase finished. It was set up for a good one, but just with some crucial misses at key points and then some crazy 5+ invuln saves being passed has prevented a lot of the damage from coming through there, and the vehicles here have survived. The Dune Crawlers are still alive. This one's damaged but potentially can be repaired here with the Tech Priest Dominus on standby. So shooting phase finished. We'll go on, there's no assaults here, so we'll go on to the end phase here. We'll just check out morale for these. We'll see if any of these Skitarii units run. So turn 1 finished here. Morale's been resolved. A good turn up here at the end here for the Deathwatch. Infantry being eliminated. So fouled there with the last Ranger. The Lone Ranger there has gone. And then the Vanguard there rolled terribly for them. Didn't want to burn up stratagems. It would have been 2 stratagems to get them to auto-pass. There was value in doing that, but I'm just thinking they're going to get targeted again and wiped out anyway. So I'm just looking to try and hold on to our stratagems here for more important dice rolling and other stratagems available as well. So we're just going to keep it as that. But deadly blow there. 2 infantry units eliminated. So it's been good shooting against them by the flyers at least. But the heavy gear remains alive. Will the Deathwatch regret that on the next turn coming up? We'll have to see. We'll go on to the first turn now for the Skitarii and their allies. Alright, so we're on to the first turn here for the Skitarii. Remember, the game will pivot on these objectives here. So initial blows will be traded, both sides trying to soften each other up, but it will be the objectives that will decide the game. So there is one dead centre just there. Skitarii are holding one at the moment, just under one of the dune crawlers just here. Then this one, not claimed yet, but Deathwatch squad just there, and Artemis ready to claim that one. And then way over here in this corner, another objective just there, all worth the same. So that will prove crucial in the later turns of the game. But now for the Skitarii, for sure they're going to need to focus on their shooting here to try and eliminate as much of the heavy firepower of the Deathwatch and Imperial Fist as they can. Difficult task. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units that have some deadly firepower available. See how much damage the Skitarii can do. We'll go into their movement here. I'll see how they move first of all. Alright, so movement done here. Bit of a change in plans here with the Skitarii. We weren't really planning to shift this way, but we were going to shift right. But here, remember the kill teams that are inside this flyer here, some nasty units and HQs inside there. So I don't want to get too close to this thing. So instead, we've gone straight up the centre, driving in this direction. So dune crawlers quick enough, moving 8 with them. So they've moved out, about 11 inches moved here with the Imperial Knight, pivoting slightly. Tech Priest Dominus just here. End of the movement phase, he did repair a total of 4 wounds here on the Honor Guard Dune Crawler, so it was a good result there from him. We rolled a 5, which is 3 wounds restored, and then +1 for his Warlord trait, so excellent result from him. Then the Rust Stalkers, they've advanced 2 inches and then moved 8, so 10 inches moved up with them, just providing a screen on the right-hand flank. No doubt they'll be targeted by shooting there, but just trying to protect the heavier gear here for the Skitarii. And then we were going to move up on the left-hand side here, the Primaris Marines, but instead we're going to shift right with them as well. They're moving across, perhaps to secure this objective just there. So that is movement done. Skitarii having lost their infantry here, that screen has been stripped away. Primaris Marines moving up behind. Infiltrators still lurking somewhere on the table. A valuable asset to have them hidden and appear anywhere on the table, so we'll keep them hidden for now. We're going to shooting phase next. It's going to be a crucial round here for the Skitarii as they prepare to open fire. Okay, so we're on a shooting phase here, just deliberating what to do. Canticles has been rolled out, rolling 2 dice here for Mars. Rolled 2 threes. That's Chant or Cant of the Remorseless Fist. So reroll hits in the fight phase. Not that we'll need that this turn. So that's the Canticles there. So flyers, I think these are the danger. Especially this one here carrying so many units inside. May well have to go after that with the dune crawlers. Now they're on +1 to hit against flyers, so they'll be on 2s to hit. And then with the Tech Priest Dominus here, who's just about in range of all 3 of these, he grants reroll 1s. So extremely reliable firepower available from these. But will it be enough to strip the wounds down here on these flyers? We'll have to see. We'll roll up here for dune crawler at firepower next. So here we go. The first one, the one that took the hits, the angry one. He's going to fire at this one, at the Corvus Black Star. So Daedalus missile launcher first of all. Going to fire the whole array at this flyer. So 5 is a hit. Then this is strength 7, toughness 7, so 4s for the wound. This is the area we might fail, but this one has gone through, and it is -3 on the save here. Okay, so it's not 2s to hit, by the way. We're just checking it. It is -1 to hit. These are hard to hit, and then we get +1s. It sort of cancels each other out. So we're on 3s to hit, re-rolling 1s. So not as accurate, but still deadly enough. But that wound has come through. A 6-up save here with the -3. No, okay, and this is D6 damage. This is the nasty rocket here that can come through. We rolled a 5. That hurts. That's 5 wounds coming through against the Corvus Black Star. Gatling rocket launcher now. Rerolling 1s for the Tech Priest Dominus. He's helped out. Yeah. 5s to wound. This one with strength 6. Just the 1 wound comes through. And this one is at -2. So a 5+ save here to stop a wound from coming through. He rolls a 6. Well done. Okay, so no damage from that one. And then the Twin Icarus autocannon is 4 shots here. Those have just missed. We can't reroll those. We're on 4s to wound. 2 5s, and these are at -1. So Now these are important to save these. They're 2 damage each if these get through. 2 saves of 4+. It's well done. 4 and a 5. So both sides are being frustrated here with the level of protection here against these units. Good saves being rolled there by Aaron. So 5 wounds taken in total. The Corvus Black Star remains in the sky. In which case, the second Dunecrawler is going to have to fire. So Daedalus missile launcher here. Does get his hit just about. Falls for a wound though. No, this time. I'll use a stratagem. I'm going to use a stratagem up here. I'm still foul, so we've burnt one of those up. So foul to him with that one. Gatling rocket launcher. That'll be a miss. This can be a reroll. Yes. 5s to wound. Just the 1. It's -2 though on the save, so 5+. No, alright, so wounds been picked up. 6 wounds now in total. How many do you have?
14.
14. It's a flying land raider here, so not even halfway through this thing. The auto cannons do get 2 hits. 4s to wound. There's 1. It's -1, so 4+. Need to make this, or it'll be 2 wounds come through. Yeah, no, he's rolled a 6 there. Very good. So this is good. You've survived another round here. Now the Skitarii begin to break out in a sweat here because we're not causing the damage that we'd hoped for. Corvus Black Star remains alive. Now, if we divert all of our firepower and attention against this thing, Aaron's other flyers will be free to fire the next turn round. So this is proving an interesting confrontation here between these Imperial units. We'll go on to the next unit to shoot with. Not sure whether to fire the Imperial Knight next or the 3rd Dunecrawler. Alright, so we're going to hold here the Dunecrawlers. There's 1 left. The Knight's going to take over here. Just going to get him to shoot. He's going to unleash everything here against the Corvus Black Star. So rocket pod on top, and the Avenger Gatling can try and show the Skitarii how it's done. If we don't bring this thing down, there's going to be trouble here because we're absorbing all the firepower into 1 flyer, but we'll see how it goes. So 12 shots here with the Avenger Gatling cannon. So we'll be on force to hit here with 12 shots. We're just going to check here about reroll 1s. Just going to check this. The Dominus may well be able to help out the Knight here. Yeah, we've checked here. We don't get the reroll 1s, which is a shame. We'd have got to reroll those. But it's only for Forge World units, so we don't get them. But we have got those hits have come through against the fly at -1 to hit. 5s to wound. We do get 2. So 2 saves of 5+ here. If Aaron passes these, would be... Oh, he's rolled 2 6s. And a defiant laugh here as well. 0 damage coming through. Right, Storm Spear, Rocket Pod. Taste the fury of 2 hits. Yes, okay. This is Strength 8, so we'll be on 3s to wound. And we can't re-roll. The agony. Now, roll dice, do not... Well, it's up to you. You get a 6 and you stop it. Oh, he's rolled a 5. I'll just check this. I think it's -3. We'll just check. If it's -2, he's saved it. Oh dear. It is -2. It's laughing and hand clapping here going on as well. I would do the same. Honestly, that is horrendous. The Imperial Knight has unleashed all he had here at the Corvus Black Star, and all we've done is scratch some paintwork here on the flyer. Unbelievable. So Aaron will have to add a bit more chipping on with a paintbrush, but that is it. The flyer remains defiantly alive. Do we fire the final Honor Guard Dunecrawler at this thing here? I don't think we've got enough power to destroy this thing. What a conundrum here. We fought, you know, not so good a turn, bad turn perhaps here from the Deathwatch, chance for the Skitarii to pounce, and they have messed up here as well. So, don't know what we're going to do here. Difficult choice. Alright, so yeah, we are going to fire this last Dunecrawler here. We are going to go over to the Storm Talon just there and try and damage enough. We'll see what happens. We'll just have to see. Right, so 3s to hit here with the Daedalus. Rerolling 1s because of the Tech Breach Dominus. Yes, we do get the hit. This is Strength 7, Toughness 6, a 3s to wound. We'll check this. Yeah, we're playing whole facing, so that 6 is a wound. This is -3, so a 6-up save will stop this from coming through. He's rolled 6s before. Oh, he's rolled a 1. Okay, so that does come through. It's D6 damage. That's a 3. Okay, so 3 wounds taken. Gatling rocket launcher now. 3s to hit, rerolling 1s. do get 5 hits. These will be 4s to wounds, so strength 6. That's not bad. And these are coming through at -2. So 5s, yeah. 5s and 6s, 4 saves, 5 plus here, or small wounds will come through, saved 1, okay. So that's a total now of 6 wounds taken. A chance to bring this thing down. Auto cannon here, all hangs on this. We'll reroll the 1, that's not so good. We do get 2 hits. And we'll be on freeze to wound. Just the 1, it's only -1, so 4 up save. So we'll not bring this flyer down. So 1 that's rolled us 2 damage, that is 8 wounds in total there against the Storm Talon. So that leaves a total of 2 left. We almost brought it down there, but not quite enough in the end. That's the main shooting done. We'll see if any of the bolt rifles are in range here, and we'll finish off shooting phase here for the Skitarii on their first turn. Yes, that shooting phase finished. A couple of bolt rifles were in range of the Stormhawk here, but no damage coming through. But the Eradication Ray here, range 24, I thought it was range 18, so we were in range here. Took another wound off the Storm Talon just there. It has 1 wound remaining, so almost brought one of the flyers down. That Storm Talon is in bad shape now, being the lowest bracket there for ballistic skill. So some good news there for Skitarii. But they haven't brought down a single flyer here and have entirely ignored the Land Raider that's just there. That is shooting phase finished. I was going to say no assaults. I'm just going to check something here. Might be able to assault here. One of the Dune Crawlers might go after the Land Raider, but whether that's wise to charge a Land Raider on Overwatch, we'll have to see. We'll just check some ranges here. Yeah, we are in 10 inches here. We could charge. I'm not going to, though. I don't think it's worth it. 10 inches is too high a score to require, so not charging there. We'll stay locked together here with the Dune Crawlers. So that is the turn finished. No charges, no assaults. Turn 1 finished for the Skitarii. I'd say both sides have had a disappointing round of shooting. It just takes one army here to have a good round, and it will tip the game solidly in their favour. Chance now for the Deathwatch and the Imperial Fists to have a good round of shooting and to try and prevail here in this game. We'll go on to the second turn now for the Deathwatch, their chance to strike once again here against the Skitarii and their allies. Alright, so movement here for the Deathwatch on their second turn. It's like a wasp's nest here, wasps flying, buzzing around the Imperial Knight and the Skitarii here. It's the right colour scheme as well, the yellow and the black. And then Corvus Black Star here as well, just circling around the Skitarii here on all sides. It doesn't look very healthy here, or it's been led into a trap here in the middle of the table. So disembarking here with both of the Deathwatch squads. Chapter Master there as well, so that's that flank secure. Storm Talon, the undamaged one, heading down in this direction. Corvus Black Star flying across, letting loose of its bomb. 2 mortal wounds dealt out, so another one of the Ruststalkers destroyed, and then has landed just here. Well, not landed, but has positioned just there. The Stormhawk heading straight in this direction from across the flank over there. Damaged Storm Talon's gone 20 inches just to there. Land Raider holding position. Watch Captain Artemis is just behind the scrub over there. He's heading off in that direction. He's done an advanced move, going 10 in total. And then this squad hidden and out of sight, tucked behind the hillside just there. Aaron planning to use them on a later turn. So that is movement done. Circling around the Skitarii here. We'll go on to shooting phase next. If they have a good round against the Skitarii, then the Deathwatch and their allies can begin to dominate the game. It's all about firepower here. The whole focus at the moment is firepower for both sides, and it's a chance now for the Deathwatch and their allies to get one ahead here against the Skitarii. Right, so we're on shooting phase here. There's 2 melters inside this squad. They've both got a view to this Dune Crawler here. So 2 shots. Aaron will need freeze to hit. Gets his 2 hits. That's a 4. That's fine. And then he'll be on freeze to wound. He gets a 4 and a 1. Now, you may want to use a re-roll here. It's up to him. It's quite an important roll. Yeah, every time I've suggested he's gone for it, he does get his result. Uh-oh, very good. Okay, we were working out cover, but it's just going to go, with the -4, it's just going to go straight down to the invuln save. It's 2 invuln saves here of 5+. See if we can infuriate the Deathwatch here. We've failed with both. Ah, dear. There's trouble here. Do we re-roll? Oh, our stratagems are being burnt up here. Well, it could save that vehicle though. I'm going to use, I just feel I have to. 5+. No, failed. Another stratagem burnt up. We've got 2 left. Now Aaron gets 2d6 here. You could blow this vehicle up. There's 9 wounds to get. He gets 6. It's deadly damage coming through. Nasty ambush coming from this Deathwatch squad here. Well done. That's 6 wounds picked up here on the Dunecrawler. Alright, so 3 wounds left on this thing. It's smoke beginning to billow out of this thing here. It is in trouble. The field hasn't protected it there against those mount rounds coming through. And still got all the flyers to call upon, so it looks like we will lose one of these Dunecrawlers here at least this turn. Sure. So this Storm Talon here is going to fight everything into this, just going to try and strip away the last 3 wounds. It's 5+ to hit, +1 for ground target, and then -1 for movement, so it's 5s to hit here. So 12 shots with the twin assault cannon. 5s and 6s. Just the 1. 5s for a wound. Nothing, and then Skyhammer, 3 shots. Triple 3, nothing. So the damage on that thing has prevented it from getting any kind of damage this turn. Alright, so now we've got 1 Storm Talon left here. Stormhawk, Corvus Blackstar, and the Land Raider as well. Still a ton of nasty firepower still available. Stormhawk now, great thing about 8th edition, ability to split weapons and fire at different targets. So twin assault cannon down at this primary squad here, then Las Talon and the Skyhammer is going to try and finish off this Dunecrawler just there. So, where would you like to
do the assault cannon?
Assault cannon, alright, so he's picking on the infantry target. These flyers are helpful, their ability to fire at vehicles and infantry and be able to split fire at different targets, just able to fire at appropriate targets here. Yeah, so 4s to hit here. And then it'll be 3s to wound. Primaris Spring is pretty durable though with the 2 wounds. 3 saves. Cover no, so 4+. Yeah, just a wound comes through. It's not even a model removed, just a wound taken. So, Las Talon, 2 shots here against the Dunecrawler. 2 3s, I reckon that's a miss there. -1 for movement, and there's no other bonuses, so no. And then the Skyhammer coming up next. We'll just check this. I reckon it may be just the 5s hit. Yeah, it's just the 1 hit coming through. Forced to wound with this one. Oh, it almost was nothing. Okay. Yeah, both sides plagued here, but just not getting the results they're hoping for. This flyer's erupted in firepower and just caused a wound on a Primaris Marine. Infuriating here. Just making things difficult now, but still, 1 flyer, this one, and the Land Raider as well, still available. Precious building though. If the Deathwatch don't do well this round, it hands the initiative over to the Skitarii to try and have a good round themselves. If they can keep a lot of their heavy gear alive, then they stand a chance of wrestling the game into their favour. It's a crucial point in the game, these early turns here, with firepower, heavy firepower being exchanged on both sides. Right, so Corvus next. So the twin assault cannon and the hurricane bolters, they're all going to go into the rust stalkers, and then the rockets, 2 shots, are going to go into him to try and finish him off. Chance now for the Corvus Blackstar to shine. So this is the assault cannon. Yeah. You're rolling your 1s for your. Yeah, gets a hit. So 3s to hit here with Power of the Machine Spirit. This is a nice gun platform, this thing, and durable as we saw earlier on as well. 2s to wound, actually, strength 6, we are toughness 3. Some 1s, but still. 6. Okay. These are at -1, so we get a 5+ save, which we fail 4, so that's going to be another 2 of these gone. Alright, so that's 2 of them gone. The Skitarii losing their screen of infantry here, which leaves them vulnerable for assault. The perimeter's collapsing here at the moment. And we've still got the hurricane bolters to fire down at them as well, so expect some more wounds to come through. It's 12 shots here at the rapid fire range. Rerolling 1s. Oh, that's a good upgrade. That's very good.
Okay.
And freeze to wound, because we are toughness 3. All of them except 1. Oh dear. So 4's to save with these. That's not bad. Oh dear, not too bad at all, but that is a model. And then also a wound caused as well. Yeah, so 4 casualties in total taken, a wound on one of those just there, so shrinking that squad down quite significantly. So 2 Storm Strike shots coming through here, freeze to hit. It's crucial to get the hits. A reroll 1? No?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Yeah, I guess 2 hits. It's reliable firepower here. And then freeze to wound if you're strength 8. 1 does get through. Minus. Just checking the minus here. It's -3, so 5 plus invuln. No, can't do the reroll, so it does go through. Is it D6 damage?
No, it's just a straight 3.
Oh, which is enough. Is there anything we can do about this? Yeah, nothing we can do about that. So I need to roll dice here and try not to get a 6. Oh no. Oh dear. Right, okay, let's try and figure out what's going on here. I can't even use a reroll to try and prevent that. I've already used up a reroll this turn. Ah, dear, dear, dear. Right, okay, some mortal wounds here. One of the... Oh, it's going to mortal wound everything. Right, it's trouble ahead here. One of the honor guards has just detonated. Right, so horrendous damage coming through here. This detonation rocking the whole battlefield here. Tech Priest Dominus has taken 2 wounds. 3 wounds taken here on the Imperial Knight. 2 wounds taken here on this one. A wound taken here on this Dunecrawler just there. And you can see 1 wound left. So the flyer was destroyed. That itself didn't explode. But that has been removed from play. Aaron Wise firing that one first before the great explosion took place. 2 casualties caused here as well, so just the leader left there for the Rush Stalkers as well. So horrendous casualties coming through there, those mortal wounds. That's the price for packing them tight here for the Skitarii. Yes, getting benefits and bonuses, but all gone wrong here when one of the Dunecrawlers has exploded. So excellent result there for the Deathwatch. Okay, so clever stuff here from Aaron. I have to hand it to him. He's technically really good here. So firing through these wiped out the Rush Stalkers. That then made the Tech Priest Dominus the closest model for him to fire. We haven't fired him yet, but there's a chance to go for the Warlord kill here against the Tech Priest Dominus. He's got 4 wounds remaining. So Aaron's going to fire the Assault Cannon down at him to try and reduce him down. And then the Skyhammer missile launchers are going to go after the Dunecrawler just there. So 12 shots here. Tech Priest Dominus in trouble. Here's the Warlord here. It's a chance to get that kill.
This is hitting on 2s.
2s, yes, for strafing run. Very good. There's some 1s, but still, the vast majority get their hits. Freeze to wound.
Oh dear. That's
Some
terrible.
Yeah, a lot of wounds not coming through. And it's -1, so 3 up saves.
Yeah.
All passed. Now he has survived. He's tough enough, and the ability to repair himself as well, which no doubt he'll do. So then, Skyhammer, yes, to go after this Dunecrawler just here. We can't lose a second one this turn. That will be disastrous for us. Get this, the 2 hits.
Yeah.
Strength 7, toughness 7, so 4's to wound. Just the 1. -1 here. We'll roll up our save, which we fail, which is a D3 damage. So get a good result. No, just the 1. Okay, so 1 wound knocked down on that Dunecrawler. So it's been deadly enough, but still the Land Raider remains to fire now. So everything is going to fire into this Dunecrawler here. Aaron's going to fire even the heavy bolters. Storm bolter, everything just going to try and pick up wounds. There's 8 wounds to try and get through. 4 laser cannon shots could do it. So we'll start with those first. Freeze to hit here. But 1, okay. Then he'll be on freeze. Yeah. Oh dear. 2 1s and a 2. Just when you think it's going your way, and a bad dice roll has meant that no damage has come through. We're just checking. Aaron's just checking the rules here. Artemis might be within 6. One of those shots could have been re-rolled. We'll see. We'll just check. Yeah, we're going to let him do a re-roll here. Artemis just about within range here. So 3+. So one of the hits was a 1. Does get the hit. And then he's looking for a wound of a 2. No, alright, so no damage coming through. 4 las cannons and no wounds this time around. Alright, so Heavy Bolter then, and Storm Bolter resolve that. Alright, so no damage coming through from Heavy Bolter and Storm Bolter fighting rapid fire range against the Honor Guard Dreamcrawler just there. So that is shooting phase finished. Both sides holding back from combat really. It's all been about the shooting here. And once again, it's a failure to get the full potential here for the Deathwatch and their Imperial Fist allies. But they've had a pretty good turn. The detonation there of that Honor Guard Dreamcrawler was crucial. Just there, a load of mortal wounds being dealt out. That has rocked the Skitarii here. They are hurting now. They've lost. Their Rust Stalkers are destroyed. 2 units of infantry have gone. The Tech Priest Dominus wounded. And then, in spectacular fashion, one of the Honor Guard Dreamcrawlers detonated as well. So Skitarii need to pull themselves together. Primaris Marines need to lend their support as best as they can. They need to rally at this point. If they keep taking casualties at this rate, then they will be in big trouble. A chance now for the Skitarii to try and rally back and strike back against the Deathwatch before it's too late. Alright, so on to the second turn here for the Skitarii and their allies. Decisions to be made. Do we plough on and push ahead towards this direction? Do we try and deal with these here on the right hand side? Or do we try and hold position and defend ourselves as best as possible? We could shift left. There's an objective over there to go after as well. So difficult choices here for the Skitarii. We'll go on to their movement here. A lot of thinking to do here. It's going to be an important turn for them as they try and rally themselves and try and grasp the game here away from the Deathwatch. I reckon the Deathwatch do have the advantage, but Skitarii do have a turn in hand. Alright, so movement for the Skitarii and their allies here. Interesting the way the game's developed. Skitarii forming kind of a crescent running all the way around. Here, the infiltrators have turned up, keeping over 9 inches away, just getting ready to fire and potentially charge at the unit down here. Imperial Knight has gone ahead, 12-inch move with him, bursting through, getting ready to potentially charge the Land Raider. And then Honor Guard Dreamcrawler just there. The Tech Priest Dominus repaired himself, he has no wounds on him now, so he's back to full strength. And then the Dreamcrawler just here has moved back, sort of shifting away from these. Remember there's melters here in this squad and other units as well, so just trying to stay away from these, keeping our range, and going to try and keep these alive as best as we can. And the Primaris Marines, I was going to select them back behind the cover here, but we need to support the Skitarii here. So Captain Diotrophes here of the Red Scorpions urges the two intercessor squads ahead, ready to lend down some fire support in this direction here with their bolt rifles. So that is movement done here for the Skitarii. Both sides have all their units on the table now. There's no more reserves for anyone to bring on. So really, we're on to shooting phase next. Actually, a couple of repairs potentially to do here. Tech Priest Dominus, see what repairs he can do. So with the bonus there, 2 wounds repaired on this Honor Guard Dunecrawler. So both of these two just have 1 wound taken off each of them. So they're virtually at full strength. So that is the movement done. We're going to shooting phase next for the Skitarii on turn 2. Alright, so shooting phase started here. We fired with the infiltrators, 35 shots coming through, but wholly within cover. It was 2 up saves for these, so it kept most of them alive, just one of them brought down. Just started with them because they're the range that's further away, so I wanted to get that resolved first of all. Imperial Knight, Avenger Gatling Cannon will fire down here, and then the Storm Spear rocket pod will fire across against the Corvus Black Star, and a Heavy Flamer as well is available, will fire into the Land Raider. Right, so Heavy Flamer resolved, no damage coming through to get 3 wounds, but Aaron passing all of his 3 up saves for that. So Avenger Gatling Cannon, going to try and take out the Marines just in here. 3s we need. Both sides plagued by bad dice rolls in this game. 3s to wound, strength 6, toughness 4. Okay, so that's 5 saves required. It's -2. So it's 4 up saves, and it's 2 damage for each of those. Saves 3 of them, so just 2 casualties taken. Trying to reduce that unit down to get rid of the melters, but the 2 melters defiantly remain alive, so we'll see if there's anything else that can bring them down. They're quite well hidden behind there. That's the Avenger Gatling Cannon finished. Heavy Flamer's done. We're going to fire this across now. Sky Spear rocket pod, or Storm Spear rocket pod across. 3 shots, needing 4s. All missed. Going to be plagued by another bad round of shooting here. That is the Imperial Knight finished. Pretty tame with his shooting here. We'll go on to one of the Dunecrawlers, I reckon, next. So I'm going to fire this Dunecrawler here. It can see through to these 2 Marines here. They need to be eliminated. Now, we'll be on force to hit, but I'm going to play Protector Doctrine Imperative. It gives +1 to hit usually, but there is a broad spectrum data tether with this unit, so it's +2 to hit. So that will make it 2s to hit with all of the modifiers taken into account. Just means we get some accurate firepower coming through, and rerolls to 1s here from the Tech Priest Dominus nearby. So, a Daedalus missile launcher here first of all, 1 shot needing a 2. We do. 2s to wound. No, this is strength 7, toughness 4, so it's 3s to wound, but the wound does come through. It's -3, so Aaron will still get the save here. I'll see what he gets. I think it's 5, yeah. She rolls a 4. Alright, so that's D6 damage, that's one of those gone. Then the Gatling rocket launcher here. 2s to hit, reroll the 1s. Yep. 3s to wound. They all wound except 1. These are at -2, so 4s, yeah. So 3 saves of 4+. This should eliminate. Oh, 666 and a 2, almost kept him alive there. Alright, so he has finally gone. But those 2 melters there, we needed to get rid of them. They were dangerous around our machines here. So Skitarii trying to prioritise those 2 Marines just there. Alright, so just fire the Tech Priest Dominus here as well. Find the Eradication Ray and the pistol shot weapon as well. No damage done here against the Corvus Black Star. So 1 Dunecrawler left. It's going to go after this one here, the Storm Talon. It's just a weaker flyer and deadly here towards our infantry, so just going to try and reduce that down as much as we can. So Daedalus missile launcher here first of all. 3s for hit. Yes, 3s for a wound, and I reckon that is a 2, so that's a failure. We will then roll the Gatling rocket launcher here. 3s, 4s, triple there. Okay, these are at -2, so 5 up saves here. 3 saves, 5+. Save 1. Alright, so 2 wounds coming through, and the autocannons, these could cause trouble. 3s. Reroll this one. Failed. It's a poor round. 3s to wound. just the one. 4-up save here. Yes, just a wound caused then. Alright, so not as much damage as we were anticipating, just one wound caused here on the Storm Talon. Alright, so we resolve the rest of the shooting here. Fire the Primaris Marines with their bolt rifles, but no damage at all coming through against the kill team just there. So that is shooting phase finished entirely here for the Skitarii. It's not too bad. It was crucial to remove that squad just there. With those melters, they could have caused a lot of trouble. They are gone. So now, potential charges, yes. Even the infiltrators could charge maybe the Watch Captain Artemis, and then here try and survive some Overwatch from the laser cannons with the Imperial Knight. Roll up some charges and Overwatch next. Okay, so assaults here, we tried to charge with these, needing a 10 but failed, and then the Imperial Knight has made it in here against the Land Raider. It'll be interesting to see how much damage he can do here in the combat phase. We'll get combats resolved next. Okay, so Reaper Chainsword here. It's all down to 4 dice here and in freeze. They've all hit. Freeze to wound. They've all wounded now. It's down to some saves. It's -3, so Aaron will get some kind of save here. Just 5s or 6s to try and stop these. He does block one. 12 wounds caused there against the Land Raider.
Stratagem.
Oh, stratagem time. It could well be worth it. Yeah, I would. Oh, he's rolled a 6. Well done. Good use of a stratagem there. Just 6 wounds caused there against the Land Raider. It will not be able to fire, I don't think, if it pulls out, but it's survived here against the Reaper Chainsword. It's come off a lot lighter than it could have been. But that is the end of combats here. The game's still on for both sides. Pretty evenly matched here, to be honest. No, they're matching themselves up pretty good. So it's made for a fascinating encounter here. Not often you see Imperial forces battling it out, but sadly, in the 40k universe, it does happen at times. So that's the turn finished. We'll go on to the third turn now for the Deathwatch. Again, still trying to take a hold of this game here and edge ahead. And it's still open for either side to do that. We'll go on to the third turn next for the Deathwatch. Okay, so movement here for the Deathwatch and their Imperial Fist allies. So Storm Hawk has moved across here. 20 inches pivot and move here with the Storm Talon, 20 inches of that, and then Corvus Blackstar's moved up and over the trees just there, and then 12 inches moved here, 6 rolled for advanced moves. The kill team has moved right through here, 12 inches, quick move from them, unexpected there, and then just behind them is the captain, and then Artemis just running across the top there. Land Raider backing off out of combat, trying to stay away from the Imperial Knight. Then moving around the hillside is the kill team just there. That is movement done. Still plenty of options available for both sides. No psychic phase, will go straight into shooting now for the Deathwatch and their Fist allies. Alright, so we're going to start with the Stormhawk here. The twin assault cannons going to go into the Primaris Marines just there. And then the Skyhammer and Les Talon going to go into the Dunecrawler just here. See if we can keep these two Dunecrawlers alive. I want to see if we can bring either of them down. So, assault cannon first of all. Twin assault cannon. Needing 4s to hit. And then he'll go freeze to wound. We get no cover. Fantastic dice roll here. So saves a 4+. Now he's brought a Marine down here. They do absorb the damage well with those 2 wounds, but Primaris Marine has gone from that squad. Yep. Skyhammer next now against this Dunecrawler just here. So 5s of this. Gets the 1 hit. And forced to wound. The wound does come through. It's -1, so 4-up save, which we passed. It is a 6, so that's not gone through. Les Talon, 2 shots, needing 4s. Gets 1 hit. Freeze to wound. No. He's got 2 stratagems left here. It's a tough choice. His potential damage it could come through.
Yeah.
And he's going to get used up. Okay. Does get the wound, well done. So 5+ invuln save here. The Eminentus force field holds yet again. 5+ invuln doesn't sound very much, but really helping out the Skitarii here. The force field holds against that las talon shot coming through. Right, so Skyhammer here against this Dune Crawler is going to come from the Storm Talon here. So 3 shots. Gets 2 hits. We'll check out the other one. Yeah, so it was freeze hit there with the Skyhammer. It's just the 2 hits coming through. Force to wound. No. Infuriatingly, both of us here plagued by low performance with the dice rolls. Twin Assault Cannon is going to go after this Primaris Marine squad here. It's already taken a casualty and 1 wound. But they do absorb the damage here. They look like a small 5-man unit, but it's taken a lot of firepower to bring them down. But we'll see 12 shots coming against them here. 2s to hit this time with these rounds. So all of them except 2s. That's 10 hits. 3s to wound. We're not entirely in cover, so no cover bonus. 3s to wound. Doesn't look too good, but there's a lot of freeze in there. So there's some good number of wounds coming through. So force to save. We failed with 3. That'll be enough to bring down the wounded model and a whole one just there. So just 2 of those left now in that squad. Alright, so next round of shooting, Corvus Black Star. We've measured it up, and this is wise stuff here. Aaron has been after the Warlord here. He is closest technically to him, so he's going to unload everything here against the Tech Priest Dominus. Okay, so start with whichever you wish. Assault Cannon, okay. Oh, he needs more dice, right? Right, so Twin Assault Cannon first. We'll see if he can survive this. He has 5 wounds. Does have a 2-up save, so he could survive, but depends on what's rolled up here. Do you have Strafing Run?
No, but I have reroll 1.
Reroll 1s, okay. That's a hit. Alright, so 2 misses. So 10 hits. Yeah, it's just desperately hunting through my stratagems to see if there's anything we can do to protect him, but we can't. Alright, so freeze to wound here with 10 hits that have come through. Could see the death of the Tech Priest Dominus here. It's a shame. 3s to wound. So some failures. 7. Right, so we're going to drop, it's -1, so we're going to drop to a 3+ save. Oh, no. 3 wounds taken. Alright, there's trouble here. So, I'm going to use my last stratagem to try and keep a wound up here. We don't, oh dear, no good. So stratagem's all gone. Tech Priest Dominus, 2 wounds remain. We could see the end of our beloved leader here. That'll rip the heart from the Skitarii force if he goes. Okay, so we still have Hurricane Bolters, yeah, and the 2 rockets as well. Alright, he's not quite from rapid fire here. It does get to reroll the 1. 4 hits, force to wound. 1. 2-up save. Okay, alright, so 2 wounds remain. It's all down to these rockets now. 2 shots and even 4s. Yeah. Oh, he rolls a 5 and a 6. Just when he needs a decent roll. Okay. Strength 8. 2s to wound. One of them fails.
Have I used a strategy?
Oh yeah, we'll check. He has used stratagem. Okay, so 1 wound does come through. What's the minus on the AP here?
-3.
-3, okay. Alright, so this is the situation, everybody. I have no stratagems left. I'm down to 5+ invuln save. If I pass this, remain alive. If we fail, it's 3 damage. He dies. The odds are against us. He's gone. Tech Priest Dominus has been destroyed. Good tactica here, though. You have to hand it down. He's thought about the move that he made and lined up the kill here and has done well. So Tech Priest Dominus eliminated from the table. So no more repairs from him, granting rerolls and so on. That's a crucial unit that's been lost there by the Skitarii. They're not like losing him. Warlord kill as well. So point picked up, guaranteed point there at the end of the game, at least for that kill as well. But we'll let the Deathwatch press on with their shooting. That could tip the game in their favour. It's good results here from them. Right, so resolve some other shooting here. Well, it's been pretty deadly actually. What are these called? These frag cannon things? Frag cannons, yeah. 2 frag cannons coming through. Horrendous. Auto hits with them. 2s to wound in strength 6 with toughness 3. So a lot of wounds coming through there. against the infiltrators. Heavy flamer, bolters firing through as well, causing damage. The captain there firing through as well, or the watchmaster also causing some damage as well. Just one leader left, the rest have been killed. So horrendous damage being caused there. We've lost the infiltrators. Softer targets in this game, like the Skitarii infantry, and even their elite units as well, the Ruststalkers and infiltrators, really have been decimated here in this brutal matchup. So shooting phase finished. Skitarii knocked down severely, but Imperial Knight does remain alive. Crucially, what's helped that has been silencing the Land Raider. Those 4 las cannon shots not able to be used this turn. We still have the 2 Dune Crawlers, but they've lost the ability to get those repaired. The Tech Priest Dominus, the Warlord, has been killed. Primaris Marines being knocked down as well. So it's been a punishing round here for the Skitarii and their allies. Any assaults? Yeah, well, yes, there may well be. We'll roll up some charges in Overwatch here. We'll see if there's any assaults to take place. Alright, so yeah, charges have taken place. No damage on Overwatch there. The lone infiltrator has been contacted there by that kill team. So that's charges done. We'll get some combat results resolved next. So yeah, combat's resolved here. No consolidation move made. The closest target's there. Aaron doesn't want to get closer to that thing, so just hold in position with them. They have destroyed the lone infiltrator just there. So that is the turn finished. Not too bad at all. Here from the Deathwatch and their Imperial Fists, the 2 armies seem to gel quite well. The firepower from the sky has really helped out the Deathwatch here, being able to triangulate their firepower, move in these flyers to where they need to be, and just that constant blanket of firepower has been very helpful indeed for them. So they're happy in their little alliance here. As for the Skitarii, well, they haven't really gelled quite so well. Primaris Marines sort of doing their own thing down here, whilst these Skitarii have been butchered in the centre of the table. The Imperial Knight, well, he's doing his own thing as well. But that is the turn finished here for the Deathwatch and their allies. We'll go on to the 3rd turn now for the Skitarii. They've got to bounce back well here, or there will be trouble for them. Right, so movement done here. It's fragmenting here for the Skitarii, but it's just been forced into that situation. Imperial Knight has gone about 11 inches right up to the Land Raider just over there. Then the infiltrators were here, but they've gone. So our option of trying to capture the objective over there, I think, is extremely difficult now. Primaris Marines moving around with Diatrophes, the captain for them. They've shifted around to the right-hand side of the fly here, and then pulling back 8 inches with both of these Honor Guard Dune Crawlers, just trying to stay away from the close combat units that the Deathwatch have just there, and then preparing to fire at the flyers, most probably, this time around. So we're going to shooting phase next for the Skitarii and their allies on turn 3. So we fired the heavy flamer, it's done no damage there. There was 2 saves to make. Aaron passed both of those. Avenger Gatling Cannon now from the Imperial Knight will go across against them, trying to knock them down, and then the Storm Spear rocket pod will go after the same target as last time, the Corvus Black Star. So 12 shots here with the Avenger Gatling Cannon. Freeze to hit against the ground target. And then we'll be on 3s to wound. Okay, so 6 saves. These are at -2. We'll see how Aaron decides to try and save these. He does have a Storm Shield in there to try and take the brunt of those hits coming through. I imagine you probably, well, it's difficult. If it hits against regular Marines, it'll be 5s. And then 3+ invuln save for the shield. So we correct us if we're wrong here. We reckon the way the rules work, you just allocate wounds as you go along. So he's going to take them on the shield here until he's brought down. So 3+ invuln. No. Stratagem time maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. Does. Alright, so that's 1 gun. Next one. Failed. Can't. Oh dear, so he is gone. And then 5's up now to save with these. 3 more gone. So finally the Avenger Gatling Cannon does some kind of damage, reducing that squad right down just there. Not too bad. Next is Storm Spear rocket pod in 4s. Just the 1 hit. Freeze to wound here. Yes, the wound does come through. 5 up save here. It's just -2. on the save, not this time, and it's D6 damage. 2 with no stratagem, so it's 2 wounds there, knocking that down to 6 wounds remaining. Right, so it's a difficult choice here. Do we go after the damage fly? It has dropped a range bracket or damage bracket here with the Corvus Blackstar, but these 2 flyers are nasty. Soft to target this one. It's got 9 wounds left. We'll fire him at him. See what we can do. So Daedalus Missile Launcher needs a free, which we get. Need a free to wound, which we get. It is -3, so a 6-up save here required. Quite a crucial roll, this one. No. Alright, so D6 damage coming through. Ouch! Do roll a 6. Good result there. Then the Gatling Rocket Launcher next. There's 3 wounds left on this thing. Freeze to hit. No re-rolls at all. 4s to wound. Just the 1 wound comes through. It is -2, so 5-up save here. No. Okay, so another wound taken. 2 wounds left. See if the autocannons can finish it off. Freeze. Ah, no. Does get the wound strength 7. 4-up save here. Oh, it's 2 damage coming through. Yes, passed. Alright, so 2 levels down on damage here for this one. That may be enough just to reduce its effectiveness down. So we are going to fire the other one across at the Corvus Blackstar. Try and damage that flyer as well. So, Daedalus Missile Launcher. Do get the hit on a free. Forced to wound, yes, the wound comes through. -3, so 6-up here, there could be trouble. No. If we get a 6, we destroy it. Oh, we rolled a 1. Right, so 1 wound knocked down, 5 wounds left. Gatling Rocket Launcher next, needing freeze. Then needing strength 6, yeah, 5s. Just the 1. Save a 5+ here, another wound comes through. Yeah. No, another wounds is down to 4 wounds remaining. Auto cannons. Tragic. 1 hit. Falls for a wound. Yes. So save here. 4+. No, 2 more wounds come through. So just 2 wounds remaining on the Corvus Blackstar. Flyers battered here, shot to pieces. Not many wounds left on 2 flyers. They're also wary about firing for and destroying this, and then rolling a dreaded 6, and then decimating the units just here. But trying to knock them down. If you can't kill a target, try and reduce its effectiveness down. It's still a presence on the table, but they will not fire at a particularly decent rate now that they're in the lower damage bracket. So that's those 2 resolved. Here we do have some shooting potentially with these here as well. Yeah, so a crack grenade, we'll have a go. Need a 4. Get a 5. We need a 4 to wound. We do. Yeah, so -1's 4-up save here. There'll be trouble, D3 damage. Oh, he's passed. Rolled a 4. Well done. Rapid fire bolt rifle. Gets 1 hit. And does wound. 3-up save here. No, a wound taken here on the Storm Tanners. Just 1 wound remains. 3 shots with the captain. Reroll the 1. Just the 1 hit. No wound from him. Okay, so it's down to 1 squad left. There's 1 wound remaining here. Could do it. So you're going to fire a crack grenade. Needing a 4. Nope. 6 shots with rapid fire bolt rifles. Needing 4s. Just the 2. I'll reroll this one for the captain. So get 3 hits. 5s to cause a wound. None. Crucially. Alright, so no more damage coming through. Just 1 wound remaining here. The Storm Tanner does remain alive. And that marks the end of shooting phase here. Not too bad from the Skitarii. They've caused damage here. There's still models on the board, but wounds piling up here, especially on this flyer here and the Corvus Blackstar as well. This squad's taken some heavy damage as well, so that's a good result. And then the Imperial Knight looks set to charge into the Land Raider. We'll let you roll up some Overwatch here, Aaron. Be interested to see if you can get some 6s on 4 dice. This is the las cannons. No. 2 las cannon hits. 1 wound does come through. We've got a 5+ invent, which we fail. Chance to get D6 damage. Oh, very good. 4 wounds taken. Alright, so Aaron's just resolving his Overwatch there with the other weaponry. That's the heavy bolter, no wound coming through from that. Storm bolter gets 4 shots actually, so you get another 2. Cock dice there, that's fine yet, so nothing. Alright, so we're pretty good there. 17 wounds remain there. We're just over an inch away, so you can tuck the model in, it will automatically make it into combat. Okay. Alright, so Graven Ferris Maximus infuriated here. Freeze to hit. Oh, come on. He's really been put off by the last counter shots coming through. Freeze to wound. No, it's a 2. 0 damage. Unbelievable. We have silenced the Land Raider, but at a cost here, the Imperial Knight has taken some damage on Overwatch and dealt out nothing with the Reaper Chainsword as he's charged in. So 17 wounds remaining on him. He's still very much alive, but damage taken and failing to destroy that Land Raider. That marks the end of the 3rd turn here for this Skitarii. They're still clinging on. They're definitely within a chance of winning the game, but still think, well, it's hard to say because there's damage come through against the flyers here for the Deathwatch and their allies. So the game's very much even here to some degree. Perhaps Aaron has more resources to call upon, more speed and flexibility available as well, perhaps more firepower also. But still, 2 of these remain alive. They are a bane for flyers, and they're both on 10 wounds remaining each, so tough enough. We'll see what Aaron can do against them, and indeed this rampaging Imperial Knight as well. We'll go on to the 4th turn now for the Deathwatch and their allies. Alright, so movement for the Deathwatch and their allies. The Storm Talon shifting across in this direction, pivoting and moving away from the Skitarii. Corvus Black Star turning and pivoting, heading in this direction as well. Both flyers in bad shape. Holding position there with the kill team just on the objective. And then pivoting to the left here with the Storm Hawk and shifting across in this direction. The Master of the Watch as well, running back, advanced move made by him, pulling back to the objective, and this squad anchoring the objective just there. And then around here, Artemis shifting around here, and Land Raider being forced to pull back from combat. So that is the movement done. We'll go straight into shooting now for the Deathwatch and their allies on turn 4. Yeah, so shooting phase finished here. So Storm Hawk firing across, Storm Talon, Corvus Black Star, all firing through and causing hardly any damage here against the Imperial Knight. Tough target here. Stasis Bomb was thrown here, the one use weapon there by Artemis, and caused how many? 3 mortal wounds when he caused? Yeah, so we're on a total now. After all the wounds have come through, saves have been made, we've got 12 wounds left. It has knocked the Imperial Knight down a bracket, so we can add a puff of smoke just to represent that. He'll be on -1 for his ballistic skill, so just tuck that in there. No hope of any repairs in this game either, so that's the damage been taken on him. That does help, but still half alive here. He's a bane there for sure in the deployment zone for the Deathwatch. That is shooting phase finished, and we reckon assaults, we'll see what Aaron decides, so I don't think there's going to be any. Yeah, so no assaults taking place. Just down here, by the way, Div fire just also needed to fire that. Fired the heavy bolt around coming through and did actually pick up another wound there on the knights. He's got 11 wounds remaining. Just to mention, by the way, we had forgotten about fighting back with the Land Raider, so we did roll up the 2 combats for that when it was fighting. It did get 6 attacks each combat phase there against the Imperial Knights. Rolled those results and no damage came through. So that's all been sorted out just there. That is the end of the turn here then for the Deathwatch and their allies. We'll go on to Skitarii and their allies turn 4 next. Right, so movement done here for the Skitarii. So Primaris Marines and Captain Darktrophies moving up potentially towards this objective. Then here, clustering both of these onto this objective here with the Dune Crawlers getting ready to lay down some fire support. And then round the other side, the Imperial Knight shifting to his left, going after the Land Raider once again just over there. So we'll go on to shooting phase next for the Skitarii on their 4th turn. Right, so shooting phase resolved here. The squad, the kill team there, they were destroyed. That was Heavy Flame and Avenger Gatling Cannon firing at them. Storm Spear Rocket Pod, no damage against Corvus Blackstar, but it was brought down here by the Dream Crawler just there. That was destroyed, only had 2 wounds left. 1 wound left here. We fired a load of weaponry, loads of hits, loads of wounds, but a string of incredible dice rolling resulted in no damage at all coming through. The Storm Talon defiantly remains alive just there. That is, yeah, we fired these as well, desperately trying to bring down the last wound on this thing as well, and they failed as well, so it does remain alive. That is shooting phase finished. We'll go on to assaults. Once again, we'll ask Aaron to roll 4 dice to see if the Land Raider can get some hits on Overwatch. He seems to get the hits when it's being filmed. So, oh no, not this time around. All right, so just over an inch away, so tuck the Imperial Knight in. And we'll go first here. Remember that Aaron can fight back, but we'll see if we can get our hits. So 4 attacks, but we need 4s this time, just with the damage bracket that we're in. 2 hits do come through. We'll be on freeze to wound. 2 wounds do come through. Here's trouble. So 2 saves required here, 5+ to try and block these from coming through. He does foul with both. That's 12 wounds. That's the Land Raider gone. That was pretty quick and nasty there. We'll roll up to see if you get a 6. It doesn't detonate. All right, so Land Raider destroyed. Finally, the result the Imperial Knight was looking for, Land Raider gone. So that marks the end of the turn. It's a good turn up there towards the end for the Skitarii. They've cleared out a lot of the resistance on this side of the table. There is an objective just there, 3 points available to be picked up, and they're holding this one quite comfortably as well. So again, the game's open here for both sides to win this. Maybe Skitarii have edged ahead there with the loss of some key units there for the Deathwatch, but they have their turn in hand now. It's their turn 5 coming up next. Right, so movement pretty much done here for the Deathwatch. The watch captain here heading over in this direction. I think Aaron's going to try and go for line breaker down here. Perhaps if we go into another turn. Then here just consolidating further back onto the objective with the kill team just over there. And the 2 flyers crisscrossing here in the middle of the battlefield. They've manoeuvred just trying to stay on the table. Artemis rushing in here towards the Imperial Knight. Just maybe if the Imperial Knight's destroyed, he can move around onto this objective just there. So that is movement done. Go on to shooting phase next for the Deathwatch and their allies. Right, so shooting phase complete. Offloading all the firepower into the Imperial Knight with these 2, the Stormhawk and the Storm Talon, and 0 damage coming through. Just too tough, passing a number of armor saves just there. The assault cannon's just not really powerful enough to cause enough damage there. And the Las Talon, 2 shots came through, but they both missed. And that's it, out of range here with these, and he made an advanced move, no target for him. So that is shooting phase finished. I was going to ask if Artemis is going to charge in, but no, okay, just checking. All right, so that's turn 5 finished, so we'll go on to the 5th, possibly final turn here for the Skitarii. Alright, so movement here, holding position here with the 2 Dune Crawlers. They're just happy to anchor the objective and to lay down fire support. The long range weaponry really beginning to tell here in the latter turns of the game. Primaris Marines, this unit here is advanced just to get them within 3 inches of the objective. The others have moved up. We've advanced here with Captain Dartrees there as well. But they've endured through the game. They have taken damage, but they've endured, and then they've moved up together and look set to control that objective there. That may well prove crucial there for the Skitarii force. And then around the other side we see Watch Captain Artemis here is now facing off against the Imperial Knights. We've moved him back, he's turned around, he's anchoring the objective and then just holding position here. So that is movement phase finished for the Skitarii and their allies. We'll go on to their shooting phase next. Alright, so shooting phase finished here. It's been brutal here at the end. Just the heavy gear for the Skitarii and the Imperial Knight really have made the difference here. So flyers destroyed. That was firepower here from the Dune Crawlers. They are gone. And then Artemis slain here. We offloaded all of our firepower into him with the Imperial Knight, who has secured the objective just there. All that's left is clear this entire area out. all that's left then is the Watchmaster just there, and this kill team anchoring the objective just there. So just discussing the game, can't see any way really that the Deathwatch can win now. They've been pushed into a situation where they can only hold really one objective and pick up some other points as well. But Skitarii anchoring 3 of them in a very strong manner here. So I reckon the game is concluded. We'll get some victory points here. So 3 points picked up for this objective, 3 points for this one, 3 points for that one, and Linebreaker scored as well. So that's 10 points in total. Aaron did secure this objective here. That's 3 points. Then out of range here for Linebreaker, but did get first blood and slay the Warlord as well. So 10-5 is the final score. Respectable enough. Locked horns with the Skitarii and was either even or ahead for most of the turns of the game. But just there was a bit of a collapse there towards the end of the battle. Some tired flyers shot to pieces were finally brought down, and that tipped the game in the favour of the Skitarii and their allies. But fascinating encounter here. Really enjoyed the dynamics of this game. Some great exhibitions of shooting, some interesting combinations taking place, and a great exchange of firepower. It really has been the highlight here for this game. But victory has gone to the Skitarii. That will fill them with confidence going forwards as they seek to build their army and add new units to the force. For now they're taking allies, but the plan is to have pure Skitarii and then the Imperial Knight in support. But Primaris Marines have done well, and Captain Dartrevis is happy to lend a hand to this Imperial force, much to the annoyance of the Deathwatch and Imperial Fists, who feel betrayed that the Red Scorpions captain has allied with Skitarii. But game concluded here. Skitarii have edged ahead and secured victory here. Great game, really enjoyed it. Thanks to Aaron again for coming down. Good to see him make his second appearance here on the channel. Really enjoyed this Change of Scorpion game. Great to see his army making progress as well. We look forward to the day when we see a pure Deathwatch force make its mark on the channel. So there it is. Great game. Very enjoyable indeed. Keep a look out for more Change of Scorpion games, more battle reports on this channel here, and then on the Plus channel as well. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time. Yeah, it's just discussing units of the game here. Pretty quick conclusions from both sides. Corvus Blackstar here for the Deathwatch. Pretty rock solid flyer, decent firepower, excellent transport capacity. Nice and durable there with 14 wounds as well. It did work. Swung in across here, supported by other flyers, dropped off the cargo and then swung all the way around the table around here, laying down a blanket of firepower throughout the game. So yeah, a good unit indeed. Then for the Skitarii, it has to be the Honor Guard Dune Crawlers. Durable enough. Excellent partnership with them and the Tech Priest Dominus, also the Imperial Knight working with them to protect them as well, and then their firepower. Not blistering at the start of the game, but just that grinding process with that weaponry against the flyers finally brought the flyers down and tipped the game in the favour of the Skitarii, bringing about victory for them in the end. But there it is, that's units of the game for both sides.